What is up, everybody in the house? In Palamecia, everybody in Palamecia, what is up? It is your boy, Robbie Dagger. That is right, we are back for another wonderful episode of our favorite mobile game. Of the best mobile game, let's just be real here. It is Mobius Final Fantasy, and I am your host on this adventure today. My name is Robbie Dagger. I am your boy, I got your back. You know, at every twist and turn, I'm there. I'm there with you, right next to you, my fellow warriors of light, and that's what this is about. Man, we already got the chat popping. Skylar, Peter, Richard, Y40, Tofik, welcome. Everybody watching who's not in the chat, welcome as well. Glad to have you all with me. Welcome, everybody. In this episode, we are going to be talking about the new update that just turned over a new leaf last night. And let's just get right into it. Let's look at what I'm talking about here. We won't jump into the battle just yet, but I want y'all to see exactly what I'm seeing here. We got Hashmal and Ultima. Crazy. So it's a new week. It's a great new week finally, because I don't know how many times we at the Dreamer Society killed Hashmal, but it had to have been easily hundreds. At least 100. Good gravy. It was so many times we killed Hashmal. We lost count, and he probably has no booty right now. But we're still fighting him. So we're still fighting Hashmal. But then we got Ultima. Ultima's gonna switch some things up for us, you guys. It's gonna make things a little bit trickier. So let's get into it. Let's go into what we're gonna be able to bring. What's good to bring? What are you gonna want to leave behind? I mean, obviously. The Dreamer Society is amazing. You guys need to join that Discord if you're not already a part of it. Links in the description for sure. We got a lot of Dreamer Society members here right now, so it's always a pleasure having those guys with us. They are awesome. You need to join, you guys. It's like an awesome place to talk to people about Mobius pretty much whenever you want and start parties and make new friends. That's the best part, making new friends, right? So let's do it. Anyways, Hashmal Ultima. Let's talk about what I'm gonna bring here. Let's talk about what jobs are gonna be good. Obviously, I'm rocking Cloud right now, the Soldier First Class job. It's not the best. Honestly, it's not the best. There's not really gonna be a best in class for a lot of roles here, or like any roles here, just because of the Earth and the Earth that we're gonna have to fight, and then the Holy. The only things that would be able to fight that well is something that could bring, like Berserker. Our boy Berserker here can bring some wind to destroy Hashmal, and then some darkness to go ahead and destroy, your girl Ultima. So that's gonna be pretty much best in slot for attacker. So I'm personally not going with it just because my win cards are terrible, you guys. I did a couple of rounds earlier with the Dreamer Society, and I was just making things. I was thinking up the place, but I got to do a little bit more experimenting. I figured I might do better with the Cloud card because, it can use the Ranger card as well. It's just really helpful. It's just really helpful. Being able to use, two kinds of cards is a change. It'll change the way you play. So, for sure. And then we got Royal Arms. The problem with Royal Arms is it has no break power. It's got tons of strength, no break power, and it only costs 3, so you can just spam it. Great ability to have. It's not going to help anybody break anything. So that's why I switched back to the Cloud job, so I could make use of our Blade Beam here. This is the Cloud Final Fantasy VII Remake card for Blade Beam. If you don't have it, the Bahamut, what is it? It's like a Dark Bahamut card. Neo Bahamut, I think it is. It's the same card, but it's Bahamut. It's a little bit worse, though. This just gives you a little more bang for your buck if you have this one and not the Bahamut one. So that's attacker. I mean, you could also go with. There's a lot of things you could go with, honestly, for attacker. You could definitely. Berserker's going to be the best thing ever if you got it going good. Occultist for sure. For damn sure. The The extra power that you're going to be getting out of your dark is going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. So it's right up there. It's probably better. It's probably better, honestly, to use the Occultist versus the Soldier First Class. I'm using the Soldier First Class, obviously, because of the cards I've got available. That's what I'm saying. Use the best things that you have for your deck. Don't just go with the best job, because you could have the best job and have really sucky cards. Like what is kind of going on with my Occultist. I'm good in the water department. I could probably smash things up with the water department, but, you know, we're going to have to worry about darkness for sure. So, a lot of jobs are going to do really well. There's not really going to be anything that's going to be, like, superior as far as attackers. You know, your boy Rogue's going to do okay. I know he doesn't have anything that's going to do any extra, but his magic is just so damn high that he's just going to do devastating damage anyway as a rogue. So, it just kind of depends what you got, guys. Just kind of go with what you have. Moving on. As far as healers go, this is going to be a different kind of setup for healers, guys. As you can see, I went ahead and I went back to the full support setup for this round. Also, in the healing realm, Dancer is going to do awesome this week. Just because there's Prompto Dancers that actually help break really, really well. So those Dancers are going to do good. Like, maybe if you've got the Prompto card just because you're going to help break, that can actually help you, actually. Because breaking is another way to keep the party alive. You know what I mean? Just because it's a different way to stun the boss. If you can kill the boss, you're obviously not going to get hit. So Dancer is going to be, you know, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. There's not really anything that's going to be just perfect. You know, Devout is what I usually use. I usually go with Ultima, but, you know, we won't be able to use Ultima against Ultima. So, sad faces all around. We're going to... Minwoo's sitting on the bench, y'all. It's on the bench. But, you know, we're just going to have to pull together, try to coordinate with your party to see if you can get some chains going. Otherwise, I'm going with the four heart cards, guys. The reason why, you know, the basic setup, like you could have. Let's see. Let's make this a little more free to play. Let's say we have. I guess Regalia. Not everybody has Regalia, which is depressing. Say you want to just go ahead and use haste in this slot here. And if you just had barrier, you could still make this work, but you're still gonna want to use wall. The reason is because you need breakers. You need a strong breaker. You want to keep that breaker alive. I'm using Luna Freya from my wall because it's like the best wall ever. But there's tons of good cards that you guys can use for wall. Tons of good ones. There's better ones than this one specifically. You've also got Hell's Gate. I would use Hell's Gate if I had it. Don't have it. There's also the Tyro card. That's a damn good wall. So, whoops. So, you know, check those cards out for sure. And this is probably like a bare minimum setup. Make sure you got your haste. Make sure you got your defense for healers. And make sure you're staggering your abilities, because Ultima hits real hard, like surprisingly hard. 4-star Ultima hits so damn hard, like as hard as Anima, maybe harder than Anima. So you're gonna want to bring your A game to this fight, you guys. The battles are long. The battles are extra long because Ultima comes with 99 stacks of boosted defense or boosted break defense. So it's not gonna be as easy for your breakers to go ahead and break Anima like it usually is. They might be taking a little bit more time. You know, they need that time, so you need to make sure you bring. That's why I'm going ahead. That's why I feel like it's a good idea to bring. At least you may not need a wall per se, but you're gonna need something to help that party out, because the battles are long. A little longer. So that's just my tips for healer. For breakers are going to be the heroes, the unsung heroes of every single battle, every single one of these battles, you're gonna need your breaker. You're gonna want a top-notch breaker. What I'm going with this week, and I might start, you know, maining breaker a little more, is we're gonna go ahead and take the cloud card. It's a great card. It's a great card. It AOE. It lowers break resistance. We're gonna need all the help we can get. Yeah, I don't know why this is in here. I might just go ahead and for our boy Hashmal, we may not need this. You won't need this at all if you've got Aerith. So we're gonna take this out. We're gonna just go ahead and put something else in there before we go into battle. But what I want to point out is Viking is gonna be really good this week. Also the monk jobs that I don't have, the grappler, will be pretty good. Unfortunately, just check out this magic, you guys. This magic, depressingly low. Depressingly low. What you could do is you could switch to another weapon that has just slightly more magic. It's gonna, I don't know. It's a give and take. Breakers are hurting right now. For some reason, there's just like no really good setup without making a really OP double Aerith deck or whatever. So just use the best things you got. Vikings are going to be top notch though. Just beautiful, wonderful to have. You know, 936 isn't too bad, and you can definitely get that up a lot higher. I've seen some much better setup breakers right now. I would kind of steer you. I would kind of maybe avoid. Go ahead and maybe avoid your assassin. Unless you've got a really nice setup that's going to give you tons more HP than, you know, 5300 or whatever. It's just not gonna. We're worrying about you every time we see an assassin. We love to see you, but we're worried about you a little bit. Dragoon, go ahead and don't bring your Dragoon. That'll just help everybody out a little bit. They just don't break, you guys. They just don't break. And then, as you can see, you know, my assassin is. I got my stuff, but it's just no good, no good. So. Pallies, you guys. Pallies are going to be the tanks to have this week. You're going to want your paladin. There is no perfect tank to have this week, and because of that, you might see a lot of double breaker setups and a lot of double attacker setups. You know, instead of seeing a tank, just because you got the holy defense for the party, but there's no perfect setup for a tank. There's no one who's going to give you the holy and the earth that you're going to need to defend against Hashmal. So there's nothing perfect. You get tons of options as for what you want to use, you know, to defend earth. You could go with your high level knight. All the pallies are souped right now. I see Y40 says, finally, I can use my pally. For sure. For damn sure. Pally's gonna look good this week, for sure. So, on your tanks, you guys, this week, make sure Ultima hits so hard. Number one. Even before taunt, you guys. Even before taunt. Wait a minute. Is this the barrier? That's the wrong card. I'm talking this one. DEBRAVE, you guys. DEBRAVE! 100% of the time, bring DEBRAVE. Please, tanks. If your job is to help mitigate the damage, then this is number one. This is going to lower your enemy's attack for several turns. It's going to make it so your healers are going to have to heal less. They're not going to have to worry about you as much. It's going to save your hearts in the long run. And it's the perfect thing to mitigate damage. You want to bring this. You want to go ahead and bring a stun if you got it. I didn't bring a stun. I'm going with a taunt card. You don't even need the taunt card, you guys. If you've got DEBRAVE, let me tell you just that little secret. If you got DEBRAVE, the taunt card is not 100% necessary. It's still awesome to have. Trust me, it's still awesome. But you need this, guys. You need this. This is gonna save your party a lot of headache. DEBRAVE. It doesn't have to be Moogle DEBRAVE now. It does not have to be Moogle DEBRAVE. I'm just using that because that's what I got. You can go ahead and use any kind of DEBRAVE, but it's just gonna help the damn party. You don't need to use it on the first turn. I would use it on more like on the second turn, because that's when all the Sicariuses start doing their business. But damn. Richard Williams asked, are the Dark Moogle an event? Yeah, it was an event that's come and gone. I'm sure it will come back again. because I need this card to be a 5-star. You know what I'm saying? 4 stars garbage. Not garbage, but you know what I mean. It would be nice to have that 5-star. And then this I'm using DEBRAVE, but a stun would also be very nice. A good high level stun. You could rock High Wind here, but make sure you got your debuffs down as your tank. And then if you got a taunt, nice. If not, you don't need it as long as you got. Excuse me. As long as you've got DEBRAVE. But very, very important. Very, very important that you got some kind of DEBRAVE in there. And then I'm just going with something else to help the party. Something that will help break a little bit is always helpful as a tank. So I'm going with Ixion. It does also bring to the table lowering crit resist. So just in case anybody doesn't have it, I'm going ahead. I'm going to bring it. And it should be good. So that's looking good there. As far as weapon, this is just kind of, I don't know. You could go with pretty much, as a tank, maybe the best thing you could bring is honestly your Masamune for the extra life orbs. And notice here, you guys. Before I completely lose track, I want to just make note of this. How I have no, you see, I don't even have Aerith in here. I don't even have Aerith. Here's the secret, you guys. Your heart orbs are not yours. I mean, I don't really mean that like in that way, but your heart orbs are so much better spent on healing the party. When you do a drive, your whole party gets a drive. Half of your job as a tank is to drive. When in doubt, drive your orbs. Drive those orbs. If you've already used your debuffs, drive your orbs, because not only is your heart orbs going to heal the party, but your colored orbs can also heal the party or buff the party, depending on what jobs are with you in the party. So don't mess around with that. Make sure you're driving a lot. It makes sense to do it, especially as your tank. Very, very important. I've seen so many tanks with nothing but heart cards, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what are you doing with all those heart cards? You need to go ahead and bring some debuffs. You need to have something to help the team, not just yourself. If you've got all heart cards in your deck, you're selfish. If you've got heart cards, basically more than one, you're selfish. The only one I would consider is possibly, I would consider bringing Berserk, Susano, just to spice things up a little bit. But normally, I would say, guys, go ahead, don't do it. Go ahead and just don't do that. Don't do that to your party. So that's just a quick tip about playing your role as a tank. Your job is to help the party stay alive and mitigate damage, help the party keep their health full. Drive your heart orbs for the party to help heal the party, guys. Watch those breakers. They get low. They tend to get low and they tend to get targeted. So especially if you don't have taunt, you need to especially make sure you're using your heart orbs to heal the party. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this weapon. I'm just using the Dragoon Spear X just to go ahead and help break a little bit more, because this week is rough with the breaks. It gives you piercing break plus 51% when you do start boosting it, which increases damage to the red break gauges by 51%. Pretty damn nice. Pretty damn nice. I'm working on it for the Dragoon. This still makes the Dragoon. This makes the Dragoon barely able to break well. But you know, we'll see how really well it does on our tanks. But you could really just go with whatever. Honestly, Masamune X is probably better. Honestly, I mean, you could do whatever you want pretty much on a tank. The weapon, just try to complement it to your own play style. I see a lot of tanks going in there attackers. I mean, you're not an attacker. Please be careful with that setup, you guys. You're not an attacker. Some tanks can do pretty good damage. I've seen that, and that's pretty cool. But for the most part, if you're gonna go in setup like that, you might as well have just gone in on an attacker. So That's my take on that. But let me know what y'all think for sure. For damn sure. So that's just what I'm going with on my tank this week. And then, is that all the rolls? Yeah, pretty much. I think we just went through all the rolls. So we kind of have a general idea of what's going to be good, what's going to be garbage this week. There's not going to be a lot that's really, really good. Of course, this would have been awesome to bring. Just want to show you guys why I'm not bringing it. You're not ready for multiplayer if this extra skill isn't unlocked, basically. So, that's why I'm not bringing it. That's why I'm not ready. The occultist isn't ready, you guys. My occultist is just plain not ready. Also, I'm trying to build up Leviathan. Not ready. Just not ready, you guys. So, this is an awesome job to bring for the week. It's gonna be, you're gonna be freaking everybody's best friend and Ultima's worst nightmare. The problem is, I'm just not ready. I'm not set up. So just make sure you guys are looking good for this battle, because it's not an easy one. I've done some experiments. I've done a lot of runs this morning. Thank you to the Dreamer Society. Shout outs to you guys for helping me do some runs this morning, so I could know what I was talking about before I jumped in and made a video this morning. But it's pretty much, it's rough. It's not going to be an easy fight. Use the best stuff you got. As always, you can join us at the Dreamer Society. We're going to be doing some runs, for sure. For sure. I think a little later, we're going to be on Twitch. If you need some help, if you need some advice, you check us out, you guys. Check us out. It's not even just me at this point. There are tons of super knowledgeable players up in that Discord, up in the Dreamer Society, that just pretty much have all the answers. And no answer is pretty much a wrong answer. There's just right answers and more right answers. So definitely, it's definitely a good thing to get other people's opinions. As you can see, I got full energy, guys. Full energy, and I don't like to see. It makes me itch. It makes me itch when that energy gauge is full. I need a couple more ranks. So you know what? I think you guys are gonna have to catch me later in the Discord, on Twitch. We're gonna be on Twitch later, of course. How can we resist? We gotta get some Ultima fights in. I gotta get me this weapon before I forget to look, guys. And you thought I was gonna go. You thought I was going, but I ain't going yet, you guys. I ain't going yet. We gotta show you guys the item exchange. Fairy Staff X. Let me show you why this is so awesome. Look at that. Look at that. I don't have enough. I ain't got enough yet, you guys, but we gotta get this Fairy Staff X. Let me show you why it's gonna be so damn great. Can I click it? Can I click it? No, you can't. Okay, that's no big deal because we got it. We got it in the inventory. So we got the 3-star version at least. So I'll show it to you guys. But let's look at this. You know, not bad, not bad. I really would like to see more summon tickets here, though. Really would. Let's go ahead. Let's pick all this stuff up. We're gonna need it. So make sure you guys pick up all this stuff in the multiplayer area. This is an awesome reason just to do multiplayer, just to get extra. I mean, I never use ethers, but they are awesome. They are awesome. And, you know, the Fairy Staff X is going to be the weapon to grab. Of course, make sure you're grabbing your white jewel, your white 5-star jewel, which we now get because of the, you know, Ultima. I'm gonna need a few of these guys. I'm gonna need at least like 6, probably 6 5-star white jewels. So I'm gonna be doing some battles for sure, and you know, we gotta get ourselves some of these limited time jewels. So just some advice: if you've got nothing else to spend those materials on, you guys, buy extra these, because you don't want your ultimate gaze. Those things run out; they go to waste at after a week or after a couple of days. So just make sure you buy extra mats. Either go for extra white jewels, or go for you know, something you would need later on, or I would say go for cards. Just buy extra cards with them. As you can see, you can buy cards with them. Let's see. It's Hashi. Our boy Hash, yeah. One each, so something. You don't want those to go to waste. Just don't let them go to waste, because they're just too nice. Too nice to have. You work too hard for those things. You work too hard for those things, I say. So make sure you guys check out multiplayer. I'm going to be in multiplayer. We're kicking off the weekend right. I think so. Let me know how y'all feel about all this. Oh my gosh, you guys. There's been so much people, so much good chatter up in the chat. I've missed tons of it. I've missed all of it. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. But thank you guys for all being here. I hope to see you guys on the Twitch. If you don't know about that, there is a link like on, I don't know where it is. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know that no, there's links in the description for sure. Definitely some links in the description. Get up in there. Get up in there. Join the Discord if you want somebody to play with. I know a lot of you guys might be playing by yourself. I was in your shoes. I was in your shoes. That's why I did like all my videos before doing pickup groups, because I've played by myself. I still do it. I'm kind of addicted to doing pickup groups just because it's so much fun. Not knowing what you're gonna get, but it is fun. I know that's not the deal for a lot of you guys. I know the case is you would love a team that could beat Ultima. So come on, let's see what the battle really takes. I need to do more. We need to do more research, you guys. See what's really going on for sure. But definitely come check us out on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Robbie Dag. We're definitely going to be there in a little bit. We're going to switch over to the dark side, you guys. So I hope you guys join me, because it is a lot of fun. You get to see your chat up on screen and stuff. There's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of benefits, and there's a lot of things that Twitch lets us do that YouTube just doesn't let us do. It hasn't caught up yet. We get in trouble. I get in trouble for I like this. I'm disputing stuff all week, you guys. for all the fun stuff we do on YouTube that we're not allowed to do. But you know, we gotta follow the rules. So you'll see us on Twitch later, for sure. I love you guys. I really do. You guys are the best. I love having each and every one of you here. And I hope this helped you out. If this did help you out, make sure you hit that thumbs up, please. I would appreciate it very much. It does make my day when I see those thumbs go up, when I see those subscribes. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. That's the best way to support me. If you want to know more about how you can support this channel, you can check out the description. There's tons of info in the description. Also, if you want to know some more information on just more information on the roles, on what we talked about in the roles, check the description of this video. It's written there just for you. And as always, leave your comments. Leave your comments for sure. If you got more questions that I didn't address, or if there's something I didn't address for sure in this video. If you have setup questions. Setup questions. Or you can always check it. Just come to the Twitch. Just come. Go ahead and come to that, you guys. It's awesome. It's tons of fun. Anyways, love you guys. I wish you the best. Make sure you're staying strong, you guys. Stay strong. Don't do any gotcha pulls until the 16th, until Tuesday. I'm rooting for y'all to pull that Duncan, for sure. So I'll catch you later. See you on the Twitch. See you on the Discord. It's been a pleasure. As always. I'll catch you next time, y'all.